style. We welcome you to Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Khalil Ware.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell, then there's Powell, and it's Larson in at the 2. And for Boston, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Then there's Nikola Vučević, and it's Gonzalez in at the 3. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W, but we'll see.
Now here's Brown. Drops in the layup for 2.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
Pass to Larson. Back to Mitchell. Now Adebayo. Shoots over Vučević. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. White against Mitchell. And here is Vučević. Shot clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
We played just over a minute here in the first. And Adebayo slams it in.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
So it's Boston now. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat. Came out with a victory.
They beat this team last time largely because of the massive free throw disparity.
Yeah, they played a very smart and physical game, creating a lot of calls that often went their way.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back over to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Adebayo. And yep, it's good. Adebayo's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
And there's the screen. Pass to Vučević. To the middle. Here's Gonzalez. Back to Vučević. Just 5 to shoot. White for 3. Hits the trifecta.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Kick out to White for 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
So it's Miami now. They trail by 6. Miami moving it around. Back to Mitchell. Adebayo, a screen on White. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo, no good. And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
And he's good on the first of 3. And grant the Achilles tear for Jayson Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Good on the second one. And for those teams that look like a total rebuild now, how do they stay motivated, Grant?
Well, B.A., for the free agents to be, it's all about the dollar signs. And, of course, for the younger players, this is your chance to show you deserve minutes.
And he can't make it 3 for 3. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Gonzalez. Again, the miss by Boston. Heat trail by 8. Outside Adebayo. And it's cleared by Vučević.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Pass to Garza. Now here's Brown. Takes it inside. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Powell with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Up the floor. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Miami shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Free throw, no good for Adebayo. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But they live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Heat trail by 9. Outside Mitchell. To the paint. Lets a floater go. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. Adebayo's got 12 points. And Boston has possession. Here's Brown. 9 points in the game. Pass to White. Boston scoring again.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
The Heat have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. And here's a timeout from Erik Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. With this pause, let's update you on the best rebounding teams in the NBA over the previous 10 games. 4th, the Heat. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
Both of these teams have been so physical. 2 of the best rebounding the ball over the last 10 games.
Here's Larson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. There's the 3. The rebound, Celtics. Vučević has got his 4th rebound in this one. White, the pass to Vučević. Nice ball movement by Boston. Clock at 6. Pass to Gonzalez. White for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Powell with the ball for the Heat. 9-point game. To the inside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to belong to Nikola Vučević.
Inside, Bam really doesn't hold back. He takes his shot right through the foul.
Miami shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. First one falls for him.
You have to love the style Bam brings with him to the floor. He's such a spirited player, and you can see his teammates enjoy it as well.
Both good from the line that time. Boston leading by 7. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Brown. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Mitchell finds Wiggins. Down low. Here's Adebayo. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
Boston has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. White, the pass to Brown. And that one hits the back iron. Heat trail by 7. Here's Mitchell. Again, the Heat score.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Now here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Lets the 3 fly. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Powell outside. Inside.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Putting something extra on it. Wiggins showing off what he can do.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Boston leading by 6. Outside, Brown. Back to White. Stolen by Mitchell. Fast break Miami. And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Adebayo.
Look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Boston has gone 4 of 6 from deep to start this game. Pass to Garza from downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Back to Mitchell. Adebayo, a screen on White. From deep, Mitchell. Hauled in by Brown.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
White, the pass to Gonzalez. Now Vučević. Hounded by Adebayo. Vučević gets the bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Heat trail by 9. Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. Down low. It's picked off. Here's Gonzalez. Garza passes to White. Left side, Brown. And the layup falls. And now it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Brian, back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And he comes up with a bucket.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Pass to Adebayo. 58 seconds left to play in the first. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by Miami.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Garza. He had 19 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston. Nice ball movement by Boston. Gonzalez passes to Brown. It's stolen. Here's Wiggins. And he throws it down with one hand.
2 loud points from Wiggins. Andrew, he is getting up.
Outside, Brown. Yep, that one goes. Brown's got 20 points. And so it's Boston in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Jaquez. 6 to shoot. Here's Fontecchio. No good on the 3. Celtics lead by 13. Here's Shireman. Pass to Walsh. They set the pick. Here's Hauser. Off the mark there with a 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Jovic passes to Fontecchio. Here's Jovic, defended by Hauser. Three-pointer Jaquez. And again, no good by Miami.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Keita. Now Hauser. Here's Walsh. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Jovic, defended by Hauser. Jovic's shot is off. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. This is the most they've led, 13 points. To the paint. Here's Keita. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Keita's got his first 2 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Jaquez, defended by Pritchard. Pass to Jaquez. And here's Ware. Launches a 3. And no good. Celtics lead by 15. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Three-pointer Pritchard, and he buries his first look.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And now we get a second to view the top scoring teams in the league. The Heat third.
They've been having a great season on the offensive end of the floor. It never takes this team long to put big points up on the board.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Pass to Gonzalez. Now here's White. Takes the three. The rebound by Ware. Jaquez finds Mitchell. Here's Ware. Outside Mitchell. To the inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Boston with the ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Back to White. And here's Brown for three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
That free throw misses. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
And he sinks the second. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And he nails the third.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Back to Mitchell. Powell outside. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and the putback.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Keita. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
Has confidence all over the court. No shot Brown won't take.
And here's Jaquez. Pass to Larson. Miami moving it around. For three, Powell. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Norman Powell taking 3 shots.
That one falls for Powell. Garza's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Walsh. And Drew Wiggins checked in for Miami. And the second free throw is good. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that, because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
And he makes all three.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Outside White. They set the screen. Takes a three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Celtics, Derrick White. At the line for 3 shots.
3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Heat trail by 15. Powell surveying the D. Pass to Ware. Puts up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ware's got 10.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Outside White. Mitchell grabs a miss. Miami has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Ware with it. He's got 10. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Larson. Beyond the arc. And he goes in for the dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now here's Brown. He's got 24. Oh, Brown just throws it down.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Heat trail by 12. Now here's Mitchell. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. For 3, Powell. Garza grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To the middle. Here's Brown. Jaylen Brown gets it to fall.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Boston making a switch here. Vučević is checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in. Heat trail by 14. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Larson. Still without a bucket. There's a screen by Wiggins. Powell for 3. And it's cleared by Vučević. Vučević has got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Back to White. Fires from deep. That's in there. Vučević with the assist. Vučević has got his 3rd assist of the night.
You can count on Vučević to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
Now here's Powell. Putting up 23 points per game. He's proved how reliable a threat he is. Adebayo a screen on White. The 3 from Mitchell connects from downtown. Mitchell's gotten his second bucket on the night.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the three ball.
Outside, Brown. He gets it in there. Brown's got 30.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Now Powell. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. The three from Mitchell. And the Heat, another three.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Here's White. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Brown. And here's Vučević, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. Now here's Powell. Right side Adebayo. Shoots over Vučević. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. This will be his third trip to the free throw line.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
For the Heat, Bam Adebayo, shooting 1.
They've been flawless at the line this quarter. They need to stay aggressive and keep drawing fouls. That'll help them chip away at the lead.
Now here's Pritchard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Houston. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Vučević gets the bucket.
And Vuč is an effective shooter, especially from that mid-range area.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to Mitchell. It's Adebayo, high post. Outside for Mitchell. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 11.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
A minute 53 left in the first half of this one. Outside White. Pass to Garza. It's Vučević, high post. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Pritchard. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to White. Clock at 6. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Now here's Wiggins. Tight defense on him. And finished off by Adebayo.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
1:05 left to play in the first half. Outside White. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Vučević. Over Adebayo. That one's wide left. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Trailing by 10. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Boston has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. White, the pass to Gonzalez. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Mitchell finds Powell. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they double up Adebayo. Wiggins from long range. Good! And the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Pritchard to the paint. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Here's Adebayo. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, right now for the Heat, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Boston Celtics.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely humming.
Kenny, don't ever do that again. Any kind of humming, singing, or harmonizing. We leave that to the real artists, okay? What'd I just say?
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So it's Miami now. 7-point differential. And on the floor for Erik Spoelstra starting the second half. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Also Norman Powell out there. Mitchell out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Heat trail by 9. Adebayo, a screen on White. To the inside. The size and power from Bam inside.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Fires in the triple.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Mitchell. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Adebayo. Ooh, Adebayo, forceful.
I'll tell you, Bam is having a massive impact on this game. They just can't stop him.
Boston leading by 8. White looking it over. Pass to Brown. Six on the shot clock. Here's Garza, pounded by Wiggins. White for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 8. Inside, here's Wiggins. Hey, Wiggins with the elevation!
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Gonzalez. Powell covers. Gonzalez passes to Brown. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Back to Mitchell. Deflects the pass. Vučević with a steal. Outside White. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. So a moment now to see the story for Jaylen Brown.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment. In the past 10 games, his touch hasn't been the same as it was before. He'll be trying to correct that tonight.
Heat trail by 6. Pass to Larson. Back to Mitchell. Wiggins looking around. Right wing. Adebayo is doubled. Down low. White with a steal. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. First team.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3.
For the Celtics, Derrick White at the line for 2 shots.
That's good from White. White hits them both. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. 5th on the list, Miami.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
Pass to Larson. Miami moving it around. Wiggins outside. Wiggins for the triple.
We all know Wiggins has put a lot of work into his 3-ball, and you see the results there.
Here's Garza. They set a pick. Fires the 3. Now pulls it in.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs. Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Gonzalez. Now here's White. Checked by Mitchell. The 3. Just 5 on the clock. And White hits from deep. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Wiggins outside. This one for 3. It's hauled in by White.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Pass to Vučević. Outside White. There's the triple. That one falls. Coming off the Vučević feed. Vučević has got 4 assists now tonight. Powell outside. Back to Mitchell. Here's Larson. Yet to see a basket. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Sunday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Adebayo a screen on White. Here's Mitchell. And it's cleared by Vučević. Vučević has got rebound number 8 now. Outside White. Pass to Gonzalez. Now here's Vučević. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Wiggins. Boston pulls it in. They led by as many as 18. Take it away. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Free throw line jumper. Second chance effort. Wiggins no good. Celtics lead by 9. Here's Brown. Oh, sensational!
Yes.
What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Mitchell with the ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Larson. Pass to Adebayo. 5 to shoot, and they double up Adebayo. Wiggins. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's Garza from behind the arc. Drills it from deep. Garza's got 9.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Powell, a screen on White. Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. White with it, guarded now by Mitchell. Mitchell against White. Pass to Vučević. Here's Garza from the arc. Kick out to Brown. Here's the 3. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Mitchell. White with a steal. Pass to Garza. Now Brown fires the 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Energy and activity. That is how Brown earns fouls like that.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And Miami with a change here too. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Norman Powell. He hits the second from the line.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Derrick White's checked in for Boston. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. Heat trail by 14. Inside. Outside Adebayo. It's Jaquez on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 assists in the game. There's a screen. White, the pass to Brown. And here's Vučević, hounded by Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Vučevic's shot is off.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
To the paint. Here's Mitchell, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Boston with some changes. Walsh is checked in for Garza, and Pritchard is subbed in for Brown. And Miami with a change here too. Ware's checked in for Wiggins. Mitchell, no good on the free throw. Boston leading by 9. White for 3. A three ball from the corner, Derrick White.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. Give the defender credit, willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Outside Mitchell, back to Adebayo. Lets it go from 14. Gonzalez pulls it in. Gonzalez has got 4 rebounds now. To the middle, pass to Pritchard. The three is up. And again, Boston with the triple.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
On the wing, Mitchell, defended by Pritchard. A nice shot by Mitchell.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Celtics lead by 13. Outside White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Nails it from 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. There's a screen. Jaquez, the pass to Adebayo. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Adebayo's got 7 points here in the quarter. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Walsh, hounded by Adebayo. White against Adebayo. Pass to Walsh. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Heat trail by 13. Outside Mitchell. Outside Adebayo. Where the screen. To the inside. Picked it out of midair. On the break. Here's Walsh. Ware covers. Here's Gonzalez. And a nice finish on the layup. Gonzalez has got his second basket of the night.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Pass to Larson. Got a piece of it. White with a steal. And Boston pushing it up now. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Now Mitchell. Jaquez on the wing. Here's Larson. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jaquez. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 6th assist of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Oh, send it home, Derrick White.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Heat trail by 14. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the middle. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. Pass to Vučević. 3 seconds left. And he makes it. Vučević has got 8.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Boston out in front. They lead by 14. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Tatum in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
It's stolen away. They've got numbers. And here's Pritchard. Jacks up at 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Heat trail by 14. Pass to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. There's a screen. Lets it fly. Boston with a rebound. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. They double team Brown. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Well, Miami shooting 56% today. Here's Jaquez, defended by Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Shireman grabs the board. Celtics lead by 17. Pass to Brown. Let's go with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Here's Jovic. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Miami, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now here's Powell. They can't stop the run with that one. Brown passes to Pritchard. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Brown inside. Pass to Walsh. Here's Shireman. The 3-pointer off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
To the paint. And there's a 3-second violation. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Garza's checked in for Tatum. Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard.
First team foul.
Here's Garza. Here's Walsh, hounded by Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pritchard from outside. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up top. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Here's Shireman. Shoots over Powell. Hits the front of the rim and out. It's Wiggins on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And it's the Celtics ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. And there's a pick. Right side Pritchard. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Something the league has worked towards. Seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Powell. Adebayo sets a screen. And Powell with the stuff.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Here's White. Now Brown. Here's Gonzalez. Vučević, a screen on Powell. Inside. And Vučević gets it to go on the assist from Brown. And that's now 10 points for Nikola Vučević. Now Powell. Up top, Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. Powell's shot is off.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside White. And the jumper falls for him. White's got 32 points in the game.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
And Boston has possession, following the bucket by the Heat. Gonzalez passes to White. Now Brown launches it. He buries it from 3. Brown's got 12 points here in the second half.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Back to Powell. Wiggins outside. Pass to Larson. Miami moving it around. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Powell buries it from 3. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Outside, Brown. Here's Garza. Now here's Vučević. It's Brown on the wing. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. To the wing on the left. Powell right side. It's Wiggins on the wing. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Boston leading by 20. And here's White. It's Brown on the wing. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, the average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Larson. Back to Wiggins. Three-pointer. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's his third triple of the night, his second since halftime.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. It's Brown on the wing. Vučević, the pass to Gonzalez. Boston, no good that time either.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Larson with the bucket.
D was too focused on Wiggins scoring. Easy give to his teammate.
White with it. Puts it up. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's down low. White with the steal. Here's Gonzalez. Powell covers. Vučević. And Vučević slams it in.
Look, when he's within range, Vuč is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Heat trail by 18. Right side, Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Outside for Mitchell. Powell fires. Misses the three. For Boston, they've gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. White. Basket's good. White's got 34 points.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Time now to present our player of the game, Derrick White.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Wow, he really played phenomenal tonight, but we've almost come to expect that from him. He feeds off the energy from this crowd, and it certainly plays a part in elevating his game. So it's Miami now. Pass to Larson. Powell outside. The three. Boston pulls it in. Garza's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside White. It's Brown on the wing. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Wiggins. To the inside. Here's an 8-footer. Oh, yeah! That's good!
When you look at the scoring numbers for Wiggins, Andrew is one of the more consistent scorers in the NBA. You can count on him getting 20 most nights.
And White has got the ball here for Boston. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Brown on the wing. They double-team Brown. Let's loose for 3. Rebounded by Adebayo. Heat trail by 18. Now Mitchell. Here's Wiggins. A minute 35 left in the fourth quarter here. Clock at 6. Adebayo! No, it's off target. Boston leading by 18.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Celtics.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Derrick White.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Here's Brown after the basket by Miami. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Garza. 4-3. Mitchell grabs the miss. Now Adebayo, defended by Brown. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Book it! It goes!
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
And stolen by Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thank you very much. Jaylen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey, it's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jaylen.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.